It's chart cinema, and it's been a while since I looked at the charts because I've been focused on my own art collection, which is called FarShips. Bitcoin right now is bouncing off its 4-hour 200 exponential moving average, and it recently broke out of its downtrend of resistance. So this is extremely bullish. I know people are looking at lower levels, but I think we're gonna surpass our previous all-time high once again. So this video is gonna be more about my art collection, which is called FarShips. It's a free mint, and FarShips is based on the Farcaster social media network. Farcaster is a decentralized social network that had a crazy increase in users in the last few weeks. So I got inspired to create my own art collection based on Farcaster. Warpcast is a social media app that all the degens have been on because of the free airdrops where people are getting dropped thousands of dollars worth of meme coins. And that is built on top of Farcaster, the decentralized social media network. So I took the Farcaster logo and used it as a centerpiece for my mutant degen spaceships called FarShips. And I have two free mints. One is the chart of the FarShips where it shows all the different types of mutant degen spaceships, and the other is an animation of the designs of these mutant degen spaceships. The idea behind FarShips came about when I was watching a TV series called Masters of the Air, which is about jet fighter pilots during World War II. So that's the actor from Elvis right there, by the way. He's really great in the show. So as I was watching that show, I discovered the Warpcast app, and I was degenning on all these meme coin airdrops. And the very first mutant spaceship design I did was actually based on the Flying Fortress, which is heavily featured on the TV show. The lore behind FarShips is that when Web3 degens experience freedom on the decentralized social network of Farcaster, they blast off on a quest to the far reaches of the metaverse with their wild mutant degen spaceships to onboard new users in the face of companies that hold a monopoly on our data. Warpcast is so new that if you're on there right now, you are super early. So there's a potential for FarShips to become an OG collection. One of the earliest collections on Farcaster is the Farcats, which has a floor price of about 0.25 ETH, so that's a little under $1,000 right now. So as the platform has taken off, so have the NFTs. I placed every single pixel by hand in a program called Aspirate. With all the layers I created, there's over 1.5 million different combinations for a 10K PFP generative art collection. Oh, this ship design right here is based on the Blue Angels. I grew up in San Francisco, and every year the Blue Angels would do an aerial show, which captivated me and planted the seed for my interest in airplanes. Growing up, my family couldn't afford much because we were first-generation Americans, but my dad was able to take me to Radio Shack for the more affordable toys, and my favorite thing was these model airplanes made out of balsa wood. And these were very sophisticated, where there was panels of balsa wood where you would chop up the frames with an X-Acto knife, and then you'd glue them together to create the body of the aircraft, and eventually you'd coat the aircraft with tissue paper and some hardening material, and then you'd be able to toss them in the sky with these rubberized propellers and they would fly. It was the most amazing thing. So here I am today with my own spaceship designs, and I haven't yet released my generative art collection that I spent so much time and effort on because I wanted to test the interest of the Farcaster community. A few weeks ago it was blowing up and going crazy, but it has since settled, and I'm not quite sure if the interest level is quite there yet. I spent so much time and effort on this art collection that I didn't want to just release it and have it unappreciated. As an artist, you want to connect with people with your work, and I just don't know if the community is quite there yet. So these free mints are your vote for me to release my Farcaster-inspired generative art collection. Maybe the Farcaster community will prove me wrong and show that there's actually an interest for my artwork on this platform that I spent a lot of time and effort on, and I'm very proud of. I just don't want to be like a heavy metal musician at a classical music concert where, you know, it's just not in sync. If it's not in sync on Farcaster, then I'll have to just rework the artwork into another platform instead. But even if you mint, I do want to do whatever I can to have you experience that benefit of being an NFT holder of this very early genesis mint of this FarShips Farcaster inspired mutant degen spaceships LFG.